certain things happen that don't happen here in like the real world.
Exactly.
And then when we hear about it, we all shocked, like, oh my god, he sucked his dick. But you know, everyone's sucking dicks.
Everyone is sucking dicks for way less.
Everybody's doing it, bro. Boom!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Republic Reacts.
You know what it is. I apologize for like shooting clips into the camera. We're not about that.
That wasn't clip blood. That was nuts. We talking about Diddy blood. We're shooting nuts blood.
We're shooting nuts at the cameras. It's your
right.
boy Bikes. It's your boy Names. We're back again with another juicy one.
That's the same thing
Oh,
this months ago. Yeah. We called that this nigga was gonna go into jail months ago. Y'all thought we were crazy.
Yeah.
No, why are you chatting shit on Diddy? Y'all broke niggas. Why you got such big dicks? All this shit in the comments, bro. Yeah. And now, look at you. You fool. You fool.
Diddy's getting caught. He's getting done up. His house is being raided. I mean, look, it isn't hard not to see this coming, considering the way things are going these days. But it's just funny that it's so similar to the Epstein situation.
It is, eh? And before we even go into that, let's start by his house being raided. So they raided the nigga's house. And he was only charged with 3 things. But one of the things was a massive thing. So one of the things was a RICO charge. And the RICO charge in America is the worst possible thing you can beat. With the RICO, summary for South African people, RICO is a charge in America where if you benefited from, if you did anything in the furtherance of any organization that they assume is a criminal organization, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Someone said this is the first nigga to get caught in a RICO.
Yo, fuck. But you know what's crazy about this, no? Now that it came out, there's been little Easter eggs dropped by Diddy himself and by other people across the years, bro.
Yeah.
Pointing to this kind of shady shit, but no one really paid any note. Because to be honest, like, okay, I don't know about like other countries and so forth, but I know for us, like for me specifically, I didn't give a fuck about P Diddy, bro. Growing up, I never listened to no P Diddy songs. He was never. The first time I knew about P Diddy was I had to do this oral thing, and I needed to. I see where that's going. Okay,
you want the first to have to do an oral for Diddy, blood.
Anyways. As convenient as it was, I needed to do some sort of oral, and I had this magazine, and then there was a thing called like Puff Diddy article, and I cut that out and I did it on that. That's the first time I learned from him.
Yeah.
Ever since I've known about him, never really cared. But yeah, like I just went by. He was saying certain weird things. Like I saw this one video where he was using the guise of alcohol, but the way he was like describing what they need at these parties, like, oh, they need lots of water. Then he turn off the aircon to up the heat.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Did he look like a nigga like a sweat?
Yeah, and you know when your body heat like goes up and you're taking like any type of like amphetamine.
We wouldn't know that
thing.
from
Yeah, like obviously this is Google. Anyways,
Google this.
That kind of speeds up the process. Yeah, and he was saying this guy on Conan, bro.
Bro, do you know what was crazy? I saw a video of him years ago with Tyson, where they were doing an interview, and like we sitting now, he was sitting and his hand was like next to Mike Tyson. And then, like, as they were going to the ad break, Tyson picks up his hand. Now, so put your hand there. And Mike Tyson picks up his hand, puts it on his thigh, and it's like, it's all about the bling. Straightens his jacket and sits like at an angle like this. And I'm going to face you, Mike knew. And he probably heard Mike telling that reporter he was going to fuck him in the ass. And
yeah, bro,
he heard that and
he knew about it.
And I'm telling you now, if I was out here into doing nefarious things with men, Tyson's not who I'm targeting. Tyson, that could go wrong. That could go wrong so quickly.
You could just flip it on his head. Nah, you at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically the major allegation, and the thing that caught my attention was obviously the thousands of bottles of baby oil.
Yeah.
Rather just like, think about that, no? I have 1 bottle of baby oil that has lasted me the last 2.
You have a bottle of baby oil?
Brother.
Wow.
I create some talk. Let me just say that when I'm moisturizing my skin.
Wait, I wanted to know. Listen. I know what obviously lube is for, but is the baby oil for the same purpose? And if so, if you're making bank like that, why not buy thousands of bottles of lube instead?
Because
or is there something else?
Baby oil has a dual. Baby oil has a dual.
Dual.
Yeah, so you can kind of use it on both. You can oil yourself up, and you can oil, like, if you were to, this from what I did on Google, not me myself doing it. Like, you can oil up like the thing also, and because it's baby oil, it's like very sensitive on the RFI.
Oh, I see.
You see what I
So
mean?
you
And
can,
think about it from like a male point. Like, Diddy likes men. Men with muscles, baby oil.
Oil them up, and niggas be shiny. Back to you,
oh, I
sweet.
see. So it's the grease and it's the grease.
It's the grease and the grease. It's got two G's. It's grease.
Oh my god. Fuck. That explains a lot.
See,
That
Jay?
explains a lot.
So you
How-
can have like dedicated lube, but this nigga also wants a multi-purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just, because putting lube on your body is weird.
That
I'm
is
gonna say
weird. Putting baby oil on your, putting baby oil on your body must be weird as well.
I think, but out of the two, if you were going to put a liquid on your body to lube your body up, you know, I would prefer to put the baby oil on me. I'm just just thinking about it. Like lube sometimes can, depending on what the water-based, oil-based, like, you know, that's let's not go down that rabbit hole. What I can say is that, did you fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Do you know how much 1,000 bottles of baby oil weighs, bro?
How big is a bottle of baby oil? Just like, is it like bio oil? Is it like a can?
I think it's like 100 mils, no? So if it's 1,000 bottles and they were each 1 mil, that would be a thousand.
mils.
I'm waiting for this man. I'm waiting for this man. Let him
Give me your calculator. Give me your calculator. Save me, nigga. Save me, nigga.
Wait. Is when the substance has density equal to 1 gram to 1 ml, like water, for example.
I said water.
100 grams of water.
Gang!
But,
Gang!
but obviously, the baby oil doesn't have the same density as water, so it wouldn't be the same.
Listen here, I was dying.
Yeah.
I was fighting for my goddamn life.
But you got something there. You got something.
I was fighting for my goddamn life
Win.
30 seconds ago. I'm just glad to have gotten a tiny win here. Just like, imagine someone throwing you with 100 kilograms.
Fucking baby oil.
Bro, and my question is, no? What was like the conditions? Were there slides? Because just like thinking about it, even if you fully lubed up and you like rolling around on a couch, like that's still not liquor.
Oh, that you got like those sand little droplets are gonna stick to you, bro.
Oh my god!
Oh my
no.
god!
That's what I'm
no.
saying. It would need to be like a almost slippery environment. So is there now like
They
like,
fucking on jumping cords.
they fucking on jumping castles? Is there like that? You know that white plastic that they have in Dexter?
Yeah.
Is that on the beds?
Who knows?
If
what's
I
going
got
on
to
in
a
these
sex
videos,
party and there was white plastic all on the beds and on the couches, y'all telling me to drop myself in baby oil, I don't think that record deal's that important, man. I want to make it home.
And you know what? No? You saying that sparked something in my mind. Like I did before this video went off. I was telling people that I would give Diddy some sort of defense, which I will do. Look, the thing is about this whole Diddy situation and the Epstein situation. What essentially is happening here is he's guilty. He's a freak. He's whatever you want to call him, but at the same time, he's also a scapegoat for a larger problem. Like, yes, he was doing all this shit, but how many other superstars, pop stars had seen this shit?
And we're participants.
But like, how many people?
Hashtag JP.
Yeah, for a record deal, for whatever, you must have seen this shit. You must have seen what is going on here. And I think that just shines a light to a problem in the industry as a whole. Now we are just finding one man that maybe facilitated a couple of these things. Like, yo, it's his fault.
Okay.
That's Diddy's fault. But it's not actually just Diddy. Diddy's bad.
And since we're risking our integrity on the internet, let me take it a step further. So let's go in the situation that I'm in a position of power. Eh? So you can work yourself to the top normally and organically. Or I tell you, break me off one of them cheeks. Maybe we can make something happen. Is it completely wrong for me to have said that? Hey? And for you, is it not completely wrong is it not to a degree wrong from you? Because I don't want to be no victim blaming you. So I don't want you to misunderstand it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. So there's, in this example, and the way he brought it on, if it was straightforward, if you walked into Diddy's office on the first day and Diddy was like, listen here, break me off one of them cheeks, you're getting a record deal. Done. If that was the case, from day one, then I could kind of assign more blame to the victim. Then you get your 30, right? Because you then enter into almost this contractual agreement,
Yeah.
right? But from what I've heard and from what I've seen about the case, he was coercing them on the premise of it being a romantic relationship. And then once they were in, turning it around and then molding it. So I think if he was honest from the beginning, then I can kind of give him a bit of leeway. But just because I know that he was manipulating, that's I think where he goes into being a douchebag territory.
Because there was a lot of parents who entrusted their kids with Diddy, bro. It wasn't just like grown
Think about it, and back to the Usher thing. Usher was 14 spending summers at Diddy's house.
What camp, what?
Camp
Freakoff.
no, it was Camp Diddy or something
Camp
like
Diddler.
that. And Usher was saying he would never send his son to Diddy's house.
So like I'm looking at this Epstein thing, I'm looking at the Diddy thing, and I'm thinking to myself, it's not like one of the situations like, let's say, a Ted Bundy thing, where this bro is going around, everyone else is doing their own life, and then he's just like popping people off, he's a serial killer, whatever. It's kind of different to that. I think it's almost like to me, the system is what stands out to me here. Because this has been a part of the industry, like the rich and famous, the music industry, the fame business, for a very, very long time. You could see similarities in a lot of cases.
iCarly, all of that shit. But
And it's often that once this gets discovered, there is a scapegoat. There's somebody that needs to take the blame, even though we all know that person, yes, he did wrong, but there was a whole other system creating an environment where things like this could thrive. And I mean, like, the music business, you want to be famous. What's a quick way to get famous?
Exactly.
Come ride on Diddy, come sit on Diddy's lap, or some shit like that.
100% blood.
Jeffrey Epstein.
We actually don't know what you benefited from Jeffrey Epstein. I
Yeah,
At least
I
with
think-
Diddy, you got something.
You know what? With Epstein, it was more of influence,
I think his money.
connectivity, and power. Like, imagine Glory was Epstein, no? He had this island, he had all these fame, he had Mandela, he had a bunch of people. Like, we
Why was
don't
he
know
being
these.
Nelson?
No, we don't know these people, bro. We don't
Yeah.
know these people. But what Glory them do is they sniff metal. That's like their thing, even though it's legal. We might sniff some metal just to be in that crowd, just to be around those people, because with that like connectivity comes like power. It's like, you know, if you get to meet Nelson, if you get to meet whoever, you know what I mean? Now we have that kind of access, and I think that's what this whole system is like created within itself. Now we're seeing that Diddy, he this and that and that. We'll blame him, but you know what? In the next couple of years, the same thing will happen. Just someone else will be behind the wheel.
All of this cuck, I realize now while we were talking, celebrities, have created this own ecosystem.
Yeah, that's true.
Of their own cuck.
That's
so there's
true.
paparazzi employed to follow them around and
create
report on
narratives.
them
Yeah.
wearing a different jeans today. No? Report on their shoes, what they ate for lunch. Oh my God, she's not vegan anymore. And that's like front page news. So in the environment, that's like a big thing. So this situation is being exacerbated by the people employed to cover them. And now you're getting normal media jumping in. So you already had a group of people covering this. Now you just got normal media also that cover day-to-day law and crime and crap like that. So
And then you have us also.
then you have us now. We got nothing to do with it.
tier.
We really
I'll
don't
be
care.
real, I'll put this out there. It's to most people, it's really just entertainment at that point.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, we aren't directly influenced. It's entertainment. We can have a stance on it. We can say like, oh, this is wrong. We stand for this. Like you said, there's a lot of like, you know, of those like freedom fighter movements, whatever. Like,
Yes.
whatever.
Can't
But at
activize
the end of the
everything,
day,
brother.
we're just watching these videos on YouTube, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's why we're doing this video. It's for
Yeah.
entertainment.
It's just for entertainment.
But in reality, whether or not Diddy was having freak offs, we just know about Diddy. And it took us 20 years. So we could find out in 20 years' time that I was having freak offs. That fucking Mandela was having freak offs, blood. You don't know till it kind of comes out, blood. And that's why I'm saying, like with this Diddy thing, it's crazy. Because of all the clues over the years, Justin Bieber's mouth being wet, all of that mad shit,
All the
But,
breadcrumbs.
but in hindsight, I'm not even surprised anymore.
yeah, not surprised. And
There's
like you said,
nothing anyone can do that will surprise me.
and like you said, that world, in terms of like, you know, like the famous people, the movie stars, the pop stars, the
Yeah.
rappers, they have their own ecosystem.
Yeah.
And in that ecosystem, certain things happen that don't happen here in like the real world.
Exactly.
And then when we hear about it, we all shocked, like, oh my god, he sucked his dick. But you know,
I've never.
everyone is sucking dicks.
Everyone is sucking dicks for way
Everybody's
less.
doing it, bro.
For way
The
less.
reason why we care is because we want to know who got Diddy. And we know that people got Diddy famous as well.
We do.
Definitely want
And we
to
wanna
know.
see the
I want to
videos.
see the videos now.
We wanna see it.
I want to see
I
leaks.
don't care that it's
I want
Diddy.
another
I care that
fappening.
Diddy did it to people.
Yeah, I want to see another fappening. I won't lie.
Leak it,
Or people
leak
who
it.
claim to
Imagine those
Yeah.
tapes get, yo, bro.
Oh my.
I
God.
think we there's more chance of us waking up to a newspaper article that he got done in prison. He hung himself than
that
any
video's
of those
getting
videos coming out.
That's actually a segue to a question I want to ask you guys. Same with the Epstein. How long do you think Diddy will live?
It can't happen again.
How long do you think
It can't happen again.
He's in the same prison.
Do you think
But it
he'll
can't
live out
happen.
his prison sentence?
He's in
If
the,
it happens again, that's fucked.
Do you know what the thing is now?
If
Diddy disappears.
Diddy now disappears.
And you know what the crazy thing is, eh? It's in the exact same prison that Epstein killed himself in.
Bro,
In the
I'm
exact
telling
same
you.
conditions.
Huh?
R. Kelly's
No,
also-
no, but you see the thing is,
whole group
R.
together.
Kelly himself was doing crazy shit. R. Kelly wasn't he was pissing on people as an individual. He was not facilitating
part
piss
of-
parties.
Yeah.
You see, when you facilitate, you know shit. R. Kelly had shit to hide from himself. Like, R. Kelly was not calling everyone over to have a piss party. That's the thing. So I
This is
think
him and the
so I think
Wow,
at
yeah.
some point, so because the thing you did it now, no? For your sex freak off parties, you're not getting a RICO charge and you're gonna be in jail for the rest of your life. You're a billionaire with a B. I'm gonna be here 23 hours a day locked up because he has to be in isolation. He can't be part of normal population. So 23 hours a day, you're locked up in a cell. You have $1 billion. You're telling me you're not gonna go to the district attorney after like 6 months and be like, my brother, I don't serve salmon here. Listen, so by the way, just saying, Usher 2 dicks.
No, 2 dicks.
But
Two
does
dicks,
the
one
RICO
cup.
freeze his money?
Yeah, freezes any
The assets, it frees the
assets.
assets.
And anything that has reaped the benefits of the poison fruit. Almost.
I think there is some liquid that can stay liquid, but I know
But
the
they
assets,
track-
they
to,
seize
like,
your
lose
assets.
money.
Yeah, they seize your assets.
Yes.
Because they can't prove that this liquid funds all came from there. Like,
But
you have to sift through where it
they
came from.
spoke about like seizing his children's houses, his mother's houses, shit like that. So he's gonna lose at least of the Billy 700 to 800
Crazy part
gone.
is that his son is also in on this freaky thing.
I'd heard
Yeah,
about that.
no.
When we first were hearing about that shit, I'd heard about like situations where Diddy had off some people and his son was involved there, bro. I heard his son is just as crazy, bro. Just
Nah,
as
definitely.
crazy.
Apples don't fall on
From
the
a
trees,
tree,
bro.
blood.
Yeah, and I've also watching a couple of videos where people were saying that if Diddy's gonna rat, his son's gonna rat. There's so many like moving pieces in this scenario. Something is gotta give, bro. Something's gotta give. Someone's gonna say something crazy.
No, someone's gonna.
Usher, JB, Jay-Z, Beyonce, all these people have a part in this whole thing.
And my trip always comes back to that same thing. If I just got told I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in jail for having my freak off, but Neymar asked me to host 10 freak offs, blood. Neymar phoned me, "Bakes, when's the next freak
I
off?
can't
bro?"
wait for the next freak
I
off.
fucking
That's
got, I got 100 liters of baby oil here.
I'm ready, bro.
Straight Johnson's and Johnson, that good shit, blood. I got that fucking +1 formula.
100%.
Sanjay, so it's like, at some point, I'm gonna be like, listen, your Neymar's got to at least take something here, blood. You're gonna cut me off something.
I'll bring the whole aftercare.
I'll give you everyone that's doing private freak offs. I'll give you our freak off supplier. I'll give you our baby oil supplier, my nigga. Go after Johnson's and Johnson's. They the real criminals.
Yeah.
So at some point, that thought is gonna cross his mind because there's no honor amongst criminals. There isn't. Because if I was getting a RICO charge, man, who can I tell on, blood? Anyone but my mama.
You could have to Young Thug, bro.
That's my thing. Young thugs.
Did he snitch, Young Thug?
His people snitched.
Everyone
snitch.
is
Who's gonna get
snitching,
done?
but they're nice snitching. They're cute snitching.
And Ghana, but Ghana's off now. He's like,
Yeah, and Ghana snitched.
Ghana snitch. Yeah.
To a degree, you know, that's debatable. But listen here, guys. It's been a crazy video. We were just trying to catch
Just
you
love
up
to
with
say
everything.
that we saw the shit early.
We saw the
Watch
shit
our
early,
earlier video or don't. It's up to you.
and we support women. We support victims, and their voices should be heard.
Yeah, they
We had no point when intending on victim shaming or any shit here. We were just trying to play devil's advocate. I hope no one's feelings was hurt in this, and I hope no actual victims were hurt in this.
Yeah.